We heard today as well from Mary Daly about a 75 basis point move. What did we get?
Well, they're basically singing from the same hymn book, as they say, monetary policy hymn book that is. And basically, what Jay Powell said is that he does expect 50 basis point rate hikes at the next couple of meetings if the economy performs as expected. I guess we're going to have to know exactly what the Fed expects before we know exactly what that means. But I think this is very interesting. He says if things come in better than we expect, then we're prepared to do less. If they come in worse than we expect, then we're prepared to do more. Now, having said that, he also said the Fed's not actively considering a 75 basis point rate hike at this point. He does think that achieving a soft landing may depend on factors the Fed doesn't control, like supply chain constraints, like overseas economies. I guess he may be thinking of China when he says that. So when we move on to Mary Daly, again, the same kind of things. I think she said they make sense. I think it's also interesting that Mary Daly said financial conditions are tightening now. She expects them to keep on tightening, and they should, so the economy can balance supply and demand. In other words, get the forces more balanced to bring inflation down and get the labor market less tight, things like that. She does think that the rate should rise to neutral. She thinks that's about 2.5% by the end of the year. And she said 75 basis points is not a primary consideration. And finally, yes, bipartisan vote in favor of Jay Powell. Heidi, the Senate confirmed Jay Powell on an 80-19 vote. That obviously Democrats, Biden, the White House all support the Fed's aggressive inflation fighting policies now. Senator Shelby, a leading Republican, said Powell failed the American people. We should not reward failure. Obviously, it was not among the 19 who voted for this confirmation. But Powell, it was widely expected. This doesn't really change anything, but it certainly just shows that both parties want the Fed to fight this price increase.